Tonight, you will meet the woman harnessing the power of AI to take on the insurance industry. Her slogan, "Make your health insurance company cry too." Holden Karau launching a new platform to disrupt the entire industry. The website fighthealthinsurance.com using AI to help generate appeal letters if you are denied coverage. It is so these big insurance companies will follow their own rules. And Holden Karau joins us now. Holden, welcome to the show. I think right out of frame, we see a little ear because your dog is with us as well. I know that they were also denied pet health insurance. You are fighting the good fight here. Walk us through this. What do you think is unfair about the insurance industry? What prompted you to create this AI tool to help people fight back?
Totally. So there's so many things that I think are unfair about the health insurance industry that we have today, right? I've had so many denials personally, I would say over 40. And I've only lived in America for like a decade and a half, right? And just so many denials that I personally experienced. And when I first came here, I had no idea what to do with those denials. It took me some time to figure out what to do. And then also talking with my friends, so many of them are also getting denied. And so they frequently don't know what to do. There was a recent survey done that showed most people don't even know that they have the right to appeal. They think their doctor needs to appeal, but in fact, it's actually the patient who has the right to challenge these appeals. And so most of these denials are not being challenged.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important to empower people to challenge these denials. I had insurance through a company recently that was denying over a quarter of the claims that they had been receiving from everyone, not just me, right? And there's also allegations that some of these companies are using AI themselves to deny claims. And that's, in my mind, I don't think that should be legal. It might be, I'm not a lawyer, but it definitely doesn't feel like they're treating us fairly.
Yeah,
right?
You are not a lawyer, but you had the skills to make this happen, and not just for yourself, but for other people. So walk us through this. If a person gets that denial letter, you have a little cry, potentially, and then what can they do in just seconds with this tool that you've created?
Totally. So the first thing you do, yes, taking a second to have that cry, very important. Then go to the website. It's fighthealthinsurance.com. I'm not great at naming things. And then you go, you say generate appeal. It'll ask you for what your name is. And then you take a picture of your denial. And then it will take this denial and it'll turn it into text on the screen. And you can it won't be perfect. You might have to fix a few things. And then there's a button to take out your personal information. And then after you've done that, you go in and you will go ahead, you'll accept the terms of service, just like every website out there in the world. And you go and you say yes, please help me. Up next, then we go ahead and we ask you some questions. And then once people answer the questions, it'll come back and it'll say, okay, these are some different possible appeals that we think you could use, and you read through them and you pick the one that you think most closely matches your experience.
And what I love is that you are using the insurance company's fine print and their rules against them that a lot of people are not going to have the time and energy and know how to slog through. What's in this for you? Because I know the slogan is famously "Make your health insurance company cry too." What fight are you fighting? Why did you want to do this?
Totally. So I think part of it was I'm used to getting insurance denials, right? But when I finally got a denial from my dog, it was just you know what? That's not okay, right? I'm used to insurance companies.
It was a denial too far. It was a denial too far. Yeah.
It's too far. You can't be mean to my dog. He's perfect. And then it was also just my friends. Every time we'd meet up and talk about life, it's always. Health insurance was never something that was going well for anyone.
Yeah.
And so it's okay, I can't just do this for myself. I need to do this for everyone.
Yeah.
And I think,
Holden, I love your entire vibe. I just have to say, I know your dog does as well. And there's something heartwarming about knowing that there is someone like you behind the computer screen fighting on our behalf and just trying to make all of this a little bit more fair and a little more equal. Last question, what response have you seen so far? What are people saying about this?
Super positive, super positive. I've even actually gotten some responses from people that work at health insurance companies that have been positive, but definitely they don't want me to use their names.
Yeah.
But like super positive across the board. Everyone's really excited. There's some people who wish it could do more, of course, like I wish we could handle like workers' comp claims and stuff like that. I don't have experience with that. But I think there's so many areas in our life where we can use AI to make things better. And I think this is a really nice place where we can empower people with computers. And I think it's really cool because I'm a giant nerd and I want to make the world better.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.